found this little private spot to spend Valentine's Day. And we can hike around, and we set up Penny so I can stitch. But I thought I'd take you just around a little bit to see the vegetation in this part. Prickly pear cactus. You can hear the birds in the background. And I believe these are a variety of choyo called string of pearls, or because they kind of hang down like bits of pearls. Last time we were here, G saw a jackrabbit that was all the way up to his waist. Ocotillo. You can kind of see on the ground where rocks and dirt have been moved by animals. Looking for food. Barrel cactus. Look at that desert. You can kind of see Penny back behind that tree. Oh, there is something so beautiful about the desert. And I love bringing my stitching along. We climbed up to that ridge last time, and we might do it again today. Hey, Quilt Roadies. You got a little shot of the desert there, and we are in our sweet spot. Some things may be out of order, but it is today, Valentine's Day, and we spent the morning at the Sonoran Desert Museum, which was it's such a lovely, lovely museum. And we got to watch some of the bird of, I think it's called the Raptors educational show with different birds. And I now realize why I love ravens, because they are just way on the scale of the bird intelligence. They are at the top. The gentleman who was giving the show was talking about how they are the one bird species who doesn't have to mimic, or they can mimic sounds, most definitely, but they don't learn by mimicking. They are intelligent all in of themselves. And so it makes you realize that we think we're the smartest species on Earth, but maybe there's some species out there challenging us. Because he told a story about how this raven was watching an ice fisherman fish, and the ice fisherman had to he left his line and his pole there secured while he went in the ice house to do his business. And while he was gone, the raven flew down and grabbed the line. He saw that the line had jumped so that something was on the line, and so then he flew down and pulled the line in with his talons and his beak until he brought the fish up. Now that's pretty darn smart. I have a quilt at home that I love the pattern of, and it has a raven on it, and I just love I love that quilt. It makes me want to go home to the beehive. But yeah, we're on a piece of road here out in the Sonoran Desert, and every so often somebody goes by or a bicyclist goes by, but we've got our sweet spot. I'm working on my the center block of my autumn harvest for Buttermilk Basin because I want to have this quilt done for Quilt Show this year, so I have to keep working on it. And I am so glad that I have had a majority of it pre-prepped, so that makes it easier. But now I have 4 sashing blocks that I have to prep, so that'll be next week. And but the weather's starting to get better, and so I'm wanting to play a little bit more. It's hard. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be on the road to fit in quilting with fun. Quilting is fun, but a different kind of fun. So I'm going to be doing that next weekend, working on this and Eastmoreland. I'm ready to dive back into that. I love Kathy Schmidt's designs. They're so wonderful. But it's so peaceful out here, and I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy being on the road with G. And Penny. Penny is great. So now coming up next will be a walkabout inside of the Cactus Quilt Shop, which is in the Oro Valley in Arizona. And then we'll wrap up this video with the winner of the giveaway from sewingbird.net. That is really awesome and would be a great travel project because you just have a few different threads and you've already got a pre-printed piece of fabric. Get to work on it. See you later. Well, G and I went out to the biosphere today, and I decided I needed to stop at Cactus Quilt Shop. I found this a very sweet shop with a lot of variety, so let's go in and see what we can find.
Brightens it up. Somebody's got a little drab for me.
Yeah, and that will pop some color in. It's another Marcus at least.
Oh, I have to say I love all this cactus fabric.
So, this is Anna, but she's a blog called Quillt Roadies, and she's been a couple of years into quilting.
How cute is that?
So if you see her, sure, yeah, if you see her buzzing around with the camera, that's what's going on. Okay. So, yeah, I'll take the batiks back. If you're going to grab these 3, full wall and back wall, and I'll get these rooched ready to finish this.
You got it, ma'am.
And there's the Quilt Show. One of the Quilt Show bosses right there.
How are you? You're not the only one, I assure you.
This is it for sure.
Okay.
That's out your way out.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just here not coming through your customer.
Oh, I know I'm not alone.
These are so cute. And they're well packed. Well packed.
It's been out for a while.
I recognize that pattern. Who's that by? Yeah.
Catherine, do you know if this batting belongs to anybody?
I wonder if that customer from about an hour ago had pulled it out, or...
I think she might have.
May have. just
I
didn't
have
even
this
notice after
still
that.
on my to-do list. I just love it every time I see it.
Find it again.
finest for you today.
Really bad.
Two folds usually are 1 yard.
We have classes for
Yeah,
all
there
the
is.
quilts
I'd
you
probably
see.
say it's about 1.5 yards.
I could
That's all I'd say.
Thank you. I used to own a shop.
Oh, look at, they have wool. Oh, there's Maggie's book.
One of the girls in
Mary
the shop
Bly.
dyes our wool.
Oh, is that right? So you have someone who does it for you. Ooh, and so if people see things that they want, is there an online shop or do they call and say, can you mail it to
It's
us?
not an online shop, but we can, if they've already purchased fabric, if they can describe it adequately, when we've got it in stock, we can do that. Mainly we would just do telephone orders for patterns, so Nancy's Cactus Cat pattern.
Okay.
Fine.
Look at these. Well, I think you're just going to have to come here for a visit because there's a lot of variety here. We have books. They have classes for all the quilts you see hanging up. Oh, and there's Jen Kingwell's lollies. Look at that. Oh, you get, in every fabric cut, you get 4 different prints, which is really awesome for her, all of her patterns because they take such a wide variety of fabrics. Kind of giving you an overview here. There's books on both sides of the cabinet. Oh, and look at these. I love these boxes. I love these boxes.
8 o'clock.
How cute are those?
Oh yeah, today I was ironing black. It was sashing, but I had to fold it in half and iron it. And I was at my friend's house and oh my gosh.
Oh, this is interesting. Candy roll-ups.
I could not see it. And I feel
4 rolls of 2.5-inch batik strips.
To be really nice, but
Wow.
sometimes.
There you get a lot of variety.
You wanna look a little
Owl
more?
quilt. And this is where we're at.
I think it's all right. I don't think this is too big. It's a little narrow.
So sweet. Look at that quilt.
Probably 1.5 yards this point.
This is their classroom. All of these quilts have classes. Oh, look at this great little advent calendar. That is really cute. Oh, look at this needle turn applique.
Fabric is so fabulous. Look at that. It reminds
Oh my gosh, that
It
is...
does. That's cool. What is this? So that's probably why I like it.
They have an applique block of the month for that. Oldies but goodies. This looks like a block of the month, kind of a la Lori Holt. Isn't that cute?
I thought that was so radical.
This looks like something Sandy, my friend Sandy, over in Madras would do. She's all about the million tiny pieces.
Boy, that looks wildly crooked to me. Is it? It might. I'm sorry.
Well, this is a sweet little shop.
Oh, we didn't know that wasn't tucked away, but I think we can find it again. It was a blue label, I think. Excuse me for a second.
I'm sorry.
Or two. Was it this
The
one?
blue one with the queen side.
Yeah, Queen Natural,
Okay,
it's
so
the
there's
lighter weight,
yours.
the request.
78 inches by 2
Okay, so
I figure that's 2 1/4 yards.
Well, I think it looks crooked because I
Well,
pushed it out of the way.
I'm going to let you go. This will be a short one because I think I need to buy one of those boxes.
I just pulled this. Yeah, so I wouldn't cut it.
I can't have enough of these boxes. They are so
Queen it is.
freaking cute.
Okay. And you wanted the
Have a
lighter
good day.
weight.
Bye.
We have a slightly heavier.
Hello everyone. Well, I'm ready to announce the winner of the Sewing Bird kit. I was excited to see how many of you were interested and that you went to the site. And so I used the random comment generator, and you had to have put Sewing Bird into your comment. And the winner is Sharon Patmore. I love Sewing Bird's site. I try to always go to the sites you mention. Well, Sharon, you have won. And so if you will send me your mailing address through the email address provided in the site, which is woolymammoth1 at woolymammoth1 at gmail.com. Then I'll send it out to you. And then I'm going to send all the giveaways from this last week between Stitch Roadies and Quilt Roadies. So I'm going to leave you here, but I wanted to also say that I am bound and determined, although you can see by the sun that G is ready to get out and play some more, which cuts down on some of the indoor sewing time. We had a fabulous Valentine's Day. In fact, we both agreed that that was the best Valentine's Day we have ever had, because we had the whole desert as our restaurant. And the weather and the animal life, it was just fabulous. So now, I don't know, we both looked at each other, we don't know how we're going to top that next year. But we did have a wonderful time. So I am planning this next week to dive in to Eastmoreland. I am ready to get that thing going because there's a lot of hand stitching and I want to get it to that point. So I hope those of you that are interested in Kathy Schmidt's Eastmoreland, you'll join me in that. Take care. Have a wonderful week. I love all of you, and I am so grateful that you are checking in with me and with G as we bump down the road.